Did I ever tell you about the time I took a trip from Indian Creek to Carson City? It was the noon stage. Very bumpy ride. I remember when I first auditioned to be a song and dance man, I fell right on my keister. I left that audition with my top hat and tails between my legs. I danced just like Fred upstairs. You know, Fred lives upstairs, weighs about 500 pounds, a real slob. That's how I danced. But I got off my keister because, you see, a good song and dance man, he never dies. He keeps coming back. Let me have my hat. Let me have my cane. That's what I said. I was determined to be a song and dance man again.
Let me have my hat. Let me have my cane. Let me have my cane. And a song with a familiar refrain. Let me have a band and a lover's lane. And I'll be a song and dance man again. You'll hear me croon a love song from one of those days gone by. A June and moon above song that makes you wanna cry. Let the curtain rise. All I want is fame. And I'll be a song and dance man again. You'll hear me croon a love song from one of those days gone by. A June and moon above song that makes you wanna cry. Let the curtain rise. All I want is fame. And I'll be a song and dance man again, again. I'll be a song and dance man again.
Roses are red, violets are brown. They ran out of water in my hometown.
Be a song and dance man again.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Horses that lose are made into glue.
Be a song and dance man again, again.
Forgot to brush my teeth this morning. Yeah, that's better. Very refreshing. I was on the stage once. The noon stage to Carson City. Very bumpy ride. It'd be wonderful to be back on stage again, but I don't think I could put up with all the traveling. Not a good idea to be traveling when you don't know whether you're coming or you're going. Things could get confusing. We did a lot of traveling back then. Well, we'd hop a train to one... I think I just did something. I'll deal with it later. Track 29, that's the one. Biggest show of the season, and we had just missed the last train from Carolina to Chattanooga.
Chattanooga choo-choo, won't you choo-choo me? Pardon me, boy, is that the Chattanooga choo-choo? Chattanooga choo-choo. Track 29, on track 29, oh, you can give me a shine, give me a shine. I can afford to board the Chattanooga choo-choo. Chattanooga choo-choo. I got my fare, and just a trifle to spare. To the bar, then you know the Tennessee is not very far. Shovel all the coal in, gotta keep a rolling. Woo, Chattanooga, there you are. There's gonna be a certain party at the station. Satin and lace, oh, satin and lace. I used to call funny face, She's gonna cry until I tell her that I'll never roll. So Chattanooga choo-choo, won't you choo-choo me? Chattanooga choo-choo, won't you you choo-choo me? Chattanooga choo-choo, won't you choo-choo me home? Just choo-choo me home.
I was in a daze once. Make that twice. I guess as far as being a song and dance man, you might say I'm over the hill. But that don't trouble me one iota. 'Cause I know one day soon I'm gonna be under the hill. That's when I'll have real problems. I'm not ready to kick off right yet, but just in case, every morning the first thing I do when I wake up, I check the obituary column. And if I'm not in it, I make breakfast. Funny how people always die in alphabetical order. You ever wonder why they call dead folks late? Maybe it's because they'll never be on time again. Dead folks is chronically late individuals. You can't count on them ever showing up. Well, I'm alive and I'm gonna stay alive, 'cause I still got the one thing that makes life worth living. I got someone who still needs me. Just as important, I got someone who still feeds me.
When I get older, losing my hair many years from now, will you still be sending me a Valentine, birthday greetings, bottle of wine? If I've been out till 2:45, will you lock the door? Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? Dum 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 dum. You'll be older too. And if you say the word, baby, I could stay with you. I could be handy mending a fuse, 'cause when your lights have gone, you can knit a sweater by the fireside. Sunday morning, go for a ride, doing the garden, digging the weeds. Who could ask for more? Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? Every summer we could rent a cottage in the Isle of Wight. If it's not too dark to hear, we shall scrimp and save. Our grandchildren on your knees, little Vera, Chuck, and Dave. Send me a postcard, drop me a line, stating point of view. Indicate precisely what you mean to say. You're sincerely wasting away. Give me your answer, fill in a form, my forevermore. Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? When I'm 64.
I was on the stage once. The noon stage to Carson City. Very smooth ride, I must say. But you know, life's not always like that. So when times are hard, things are dim, seems like life's presenting you a very bumpy ride. Just remember, you're not alone. The good Lord will take care of you. Track 29, that's the one. So when you're feeling low, just remember, the shepherd will tend the sheep, the valley will bloom again, and Jimmy will go to sleep in his own little room again. There'll be bluebirds holler for this modern music. Between you and me, I think rap music bites it. There's just something about the old songs.
There's something about the old songs we really can't explain. There's something about those melodies that keeps pounding on my brain. Why can't we keep the memories of all those days gone by? They may be gone forever, but this we can't deny. They used to sing a song about the babbling brook, a little babbling brook beside a shady nook. But we haven't heard those pretty words for so darn long. We kinda miss those good old songs. They used to sing about the man up in the moon, the man up in the moon in summer nights in June. But we haven't heard those pretty words for so darn long. We kinda miss those good old songs. Whatever happened to our tiny little bluebird and the robins that were bobbing along? And what happened to the castles in Spain that you saw through the window pane? They used to sing about the wedding bells that chime. They sang about the gang that sang Sweet Adeline. But we haven't heard those pretty words for so darn long. We kinda miss those good old songs. Whatever happened to our little Annie Rooney and the girl they call my honeysuckle rose? And what happened to all the songs about Ireland, in the land where the shamrocks grow? They used to sing about the baby bumblebees. They sang about the monkeys in the bamboo trees. But we haven't heard those pretty words for so darn long.